the 19th of April, and I'm going to share an upload that's going to explicitly, clearly define and describe the issues in Irish society that have been caused in Tralee, County Kerry, Ireland. Now, I'm usually quite fond of broadcasting and communications, but of late, with the messages that are being broadcasted, I think a lot is being placed in jeopardy with regard to the obligations of broadcasters not broadcasting accurately. So in this upload, I'm going to make it very clear that in the period 2003 to 2005, I was sexually assaulted on 3 occasions. The culprits trespassed into my family home in the period after they had publicised revenge porn in 2005, and in 2007 commenced spiritual violence in my family home, and had also designed in their own practices means of avoidance and evasion. In 2016, as I mentioned in a previous upload, my marital home in Tubernamult, which is still legally my marital home, was trespassed upon by the very same culprits that violated protection laws and trespassed onto my marital property. In the same technique, they practiced and applied their version of their faith, which I would consider quite charlatarian. So the violence of spirituality in society since these people commenced has meant there were a lot of fraudulent incidences and offences occurring in the community. The issue of individuals discussing this matter recklessly that are still offending the state and the constitution and still offending faith, even in my current accommodation, where there have been individuals violating PTRB and applying computational programming that is not PTRB tolerated or tolerable, to disturb the peace, and the frauds of 2006 in my proximity and their cohorts in my proximity still disturbing the peace is a very serious issue that I would appreciate being addressed, as I have mentioned throughout all my uploads. Recently, I have realized that my humanitarian experiences and the offences of those that are disrespecting human rights has caused for my share and upload online to be discontinued, to be discontinued apparently. For what reason I'm not aware of, although I am aware of cybercrime that is also occurring by these people responsible for these computational programmings in society that have damaged wildlife and nature and society. So in 2017, my child was unlawfully separated from me, as I've described, and in 2017, I spiritually cleansed my marital home. In 2018, I spiritually cleansed my family home. In 2019, the repercussions and consequences and benefits of my spiritual cleansing in Tralee, County Kerry became apparent for those abroad. Those abroad that were experiencing the offences and incidents of fraud from these individuals thieving from Maria McElligott also took credit for work they haven't been doing. They abused faith and they abused the Constitution. They are still abusing the faith and they are still abusing the Constitution. The Justice Department have heard from me since 2017. My online accounts have been hacked. I'm experiencing cybercrime. I'm also experiencing financial fraud, theft, and exploitation. Those individuals that are not addressing the facts of the matter of my spiritual studies between 2006 to the present date, in particular prior to my marriage of 2015, when I excelled as a universal light worker, and the culprits of revenge porn while having a good time in hedonistic lifestyles, recently claiming to be in ownership of sacred light fragments that they wouldn't have had the vibration or frequency or education or qualification to attain, is disrespecting faith and family yet again. So those individuals that are being very disrespectful, claiming faith and family propriety, abusing sacred light fragments of my spiritual work, and that are taking advantage of my positive societal developments in society at home and abroad, the UK in particular. There are many in the UK that are fully aware of the positive benefits of my good work. That means it has been of societal and legislative development from 2019 to the present date. The frauds in this community in Tralee, County Kerry that have been of hedonism and blasphemy and charlatanism, charlatarian lifestyles that are offending royalty and that are being treasonous are not in any way of any caliber and weren't ever of my frequency or vibration or my spiritual purpose, that they disrespected and defamed while they were sitting outside burger joints, what do they call them? Takeaway chippers, while praying to cause havoc and treason to my child and I in 2016. So the individuals that have short memories with regard to the individuals and culprits and offenders against the state, and those that can't fulfill their obligations and relay the truth, are jeopardizing progress and developments that are to safeguard justice and the truth. So those of fraud, identity, cybercrime, trespassing onto my ancestral marital property that have damaged my son between 2016 to the present date, and that have falsified circumstances around this entire situation, are all in contempt. Now, they've withheld legal representation, medical care, they've stolen wealth from me, they've stolen my son from me, they've stolen professional opportunities, and they are taking credit for work that they are joyriding on. In 2017 and 2018, I did intensive spiritual cleansing in my community. The United Kingdom is fully aware of my good work and the benefits and the fruits of my labour. I'd appreciate that the standards that they are aspiring, those culprits I mean, that have harmed my child and I would hope that what they are aspiring to, they would be upholding in all their affairs. The debts I am owed, and the child that was taken from me unlawfully, that was damaged severely while in the care of TUSLA, and health practitioners and mental health practitioners that have abused their positions, are still issues that are not respectful to modern society and the progress that has been freshly and newly attained. So those trying to take credit and lay claim to what doesn't belong to them, and those that can't communicate properly the truth that they are obligated to relay, are failing society. So I hope the United Nations is aware of the harms, damages and losses that my son and I are experiencing, and the individuals in my proximity that have no right to be in my proximity with the harms they have caused my son. And as a mother of royal patronage, I would appreciate the United Nations coming to my aid. This is a disgusting, repulsive situation, and there are people helping themselves to property and wealth that they have no entitlement to. So for 15 years, there have been individuals exploiting a situation and not paying their dues. There is property theft at play and fraud, and my good work is being disrespected, and my child has been very severely disrespected. So I'm very concerned about people's mental health. Would the United Nations kindly address this issue? There's very sacred light after being damaged in Tralee, County Kerry, that I personally am feeling very, very upset about. Sacred light that has been damaged between 2017 and the present date by frauds is absolutely outrageous.